Today we will be doing a penthouse theater defend on Coastline with Echo and Mira being banned. Objectives was suggested by Ostryy and band operator was suggested by Mythik Beats and AA. There are multiple subtitles in the bottom. Required operators: Jaeger, Mute, Kaid, Maestro, and you can pick between Pulse or Castle. Reinforcements: 4 by the theater walls, 1 southeast VIP wall, and 2 southwest VIP walls. 2 reinforcements can be put by the blue bar, and then you're left with 1 reinforcement. For the main gadgets, and let's say that you have pulls, Jaeger's ADSs should be put 1 by the southwest corner of the VIP, 1 by the VIP hallway, and 1 by the 90. Mute jammers are recommended to be placed 1 by the entrance of the blue bar towards the office, 1 by the toilet towards the lobby, 1 by the doorway of aquarium and Z, and the final one can be by the Hall of Fame. Kaid should place his chart to electrize this wall. You can place it here, or here, and it cannot be shot from the roof. The other one is up to you where to place it. Maestro should put 1 of his bulletproof cameras on the 90 on the floors. You will see the reason why later on. The other evil eye depends on if you have castle or not. If you don't, you will want to have eyes on this hallway and the lobby stairs, so placing it here or there will be okay. You can additionally use here an evil eye for the similar purpose to aid the 2 VIP walls as well. In case you have brought castle, then you will need 3 castle barricades on the following places: the doorway between Hall of Fame and VIP, 1 on the top of the main stairs, the door toward the Z. The third one is optional. You can go with here and melee it 11 times. Also, you will need, instead of a double ADS by the hallway, place an ADS over here to aid the cast barricade. You could additionally replace the evil eye on the ground on here. You will see in the line of sight part why. Now, in case you do have castle, then the other evil eye can be placed by the garden to aid roamers, or you can have one in this side, in case a smoke rush push happens. Secondary gadgets: 2 deployable shields, from Jaeger and Maestro, 1 by the 90 hallway. Place it exactly like this, as you want to be safe whilst crouching from the VIP big window, and as well as have a pixel peek towards the hallway. Remember the evil eye on the 90. Place it a bit outside of the shield, as you will want to cover up these 2 walls with the evil eye as well. And there will be another thing to say about the evil eye on the floor. The other shield can be placed by the VIP's southwest corner, so even without the castle barricade, you're safe by the VIP. Hint: this whole wardrobe is penetrable. You can shoot anyone by the big window from there. Also, you can have a nice peek on the VIP balcony's door from 2 different angles. Kai should bring the only barbed wire in the strat. Place barbed wires in case you do not have castle by the lobby stairs, and by the door of the Hall of Fame towards the VIP. In case you have castle, then you can use the 2 barbed wires in the theater hallway and 1 to aid roamers by the service. Line of sights and rotations. Kaid, Mute, and Maestro can be opening the holes. You will need a rotation on the middle wall of the VIP. Make a straight body to head level line of sight on the other VIP wall. Open just a bit of the VIP southeast walls and also open up the bottom part of the floor so your evil eye can see which was placed on the floor the drones and destroy them. Open up head level line of sight from the theater towards the penthouse. It is a head level line of sight. Obviously, if you are using the evil eye in the garden or somewhere else, make sure to open according wall so you can have more information with the evil eye. You can, if you want, make a tiny hole here for additional angle onto the big window. Make standard holes on the default plan spots and as well as on the theater to deny the lobby push. Explanations of the line of sights and rotations. The tiny VIP line of sight will make Maestro be able to aid your southwest VIP players who hold VIP. Shield will protect Maestro from being picked apart from the big window line of sight. Speaking of that, you can place here an ADS. You have two ADSs in 90 if you're playing without Castle. The theater head level line of sight will give you opportunity to have another angle under the VIP's big window. And speaking of angles, due to the rotation made in the VIP and penthouse, you can very safely prone here to deny the penthouse big window and the hedge drop doors. Positions. Kaid in the southwest VIP corner. Maestro in 90. Mute in the penthouse. Pulse and Jaeger are roaming. Pulse should be located around the kitchen so he can scan the VIP balcony, whereas Jaeger can be playing by the blue bar, thanks to the Mute Jammer by the office doors. If Castle can be playing instead of Mute, and Mute can roam instead of Pulse. Logic behind the strat. These are two a bit different strats, Castle versus Pulse, as you have on different places ADSs and evil eyes, and overall the information. I will be explaining if you have had Pulse in the strat. Basically, this is a heavy hold VIP and a 90, and as well as a relative heavy roam, Mute, Jammers, and two roamers. Attackers should be forced to clear roamers, probably from office, blue, and in case if it is happening from the lobby CCTV service, they could get easily crossfire from the vertical angles as well as the horizontal ones. Or they are forced to go from aquarium. Your main player over here is Maestro in 90, as he can pretty much connect both of the players in the VIP southwest corner and the theater. Reasoning of bringing Kaid is very simple. Impossible to open the southwest walls if not having Thatcher. Due to the angles, attackers cannot get rid of the Kaid charge in the bottom or on the top from the roof. If you have placed it on the top, it can be destroyed from the pool. Or if you placed in the bottom, could be destroyed from the kitchen. It is very safe to say that your two walls will stay still. Pools was picked solely for the VIP brute force push, and Castle to have two layers to defend Kaid playing in the southwest corner. Finally, Kaid can even use the other Kaid charge on the same wall. I forgot to mention you are reinforcing these VIP walls so you can play in the VIP. Maybe using a Kaid charge there as well, or aiding it with a Maestro camp in the penthouse. Up to you. What to do if A. Rush or smoke take. If you have an evil eye in the penthouse, should be relatively easy. If not, vertical angles, you have two C4s. You can also deny their plan with the reinforcement and the rotation next to it, from the VIP. Since Mute is playing in a theater, you can have also a C4 which can throw over the head level line of sight. B. VIP take. Should be relatively easy. Too many crossfire that attackers have to worry about. C. Hookah, pull, aquarium take. They're probably not going for roamers, and if playing with pools, make sure to annoy them from below. You have a C4 underneath. Maisha totally blocking the 90, so they can only go for the Z. You can, if you feel, be playing by the lobby stairs. Do it only if you read them correctly, else you can be picked up by the lobby doors. D. Service push. Use the 2 reinforcements in the office to reinforce 3 walls in the service and play in the service west part. They will probably go from lobby and kitchen. Lobby can be denied from the vertical angles, kitchen could be stopped from another roamer. Due to cleverly positioned jammers, attackers won't be knowing what are they attacking in the basement. E. Office take. Jammers will block the information in the blue bar. You can, when needed, retreat back to the kitchen from the blue bar. Pink push will also be happening then, so be aware. Pros. Can't deny every single push. Relies on aggressiveness and crossfires. It's a unique extended strat. Loads of information operators. Cons. Relies on aggressiveness. Yeah, that's a pro and a con. Maestro being killed or pushed away, and lack of barbed wires. And that will be it.